It's the great content shift happening across the industry right now when it comes to a head at the 2012 NAB show. Hello again, everyone. I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network, and we're having a conversation leading up to that 2012 NAB show. We're talking with David Tuhy, the general manager of Intel Storage Group. And, David, let's talk a little bit more about that end user, really, because and the shift in expectations for that end user. Because right now, I'm sure you've seen, storage expectations really change from the end user's perspective, really.
A lot of people have been storing on their desktops or laptops digital photos for quite a while. It's pretty prevalent. But actually, to tell you the truth, a lot of them aren't backing it up. And so we've seen the emergence of the storage technologies which were originally rotor-rooted and built into the $30 billion enterprise industry being applied to consumer usage models now. So companies like iOmega and Netgear, they're delivering, the geeky term is NAS, network attached storage, home boxes that are basically plug and play appliances that you can stick into your network, your home network, and back up all of your systems onto disk, which we call RAID. RAID stands for Redundant Array of Inexpensive Disk. It's just a basic way of preserving your data. And these are systems you can get for $299, $499. Most of the uptake we've seen of these little turnkey plug and play appliances, these storage NAS boxes, has been in small businesses so far because they get it. If you're traveling on the road and you've got the real estate office's database with you, no one else can access it, right? You need to have a shared area for storage. Literally, in all these enterprise systems, if a disk of a 500 rack disk rack storage SAN has a problem, the disk will red light itself. You literally pull it out on the fly, and you plug in a new disk, and the other disk will rebuild that data using the SAN system. That's one of its core value propositions, because you can imagine how depressing it would be when your computer crashes and you have to reboot it. But when you lose your corporate data, it just can't be done. Right?
It's almost mind-numbing. I mean, think about that from the owner's perspective. Just seeing that. I mean, I keep going back to that because I can only imagine what it's like sitting in that corner office and saying all your data is gone right now.
And so server companies are obsessed with high availability, 5 nines we call it. Storage companies are triply obsessed, with storage preservation and storage availability. It's not just the fact that you're keeping it safe, but you're getting it there on time when people are accessing it. So speed becoming a big part of storage computing, which we focus on at Intel, is getting our processors into storage appliances and helping optimize them for customers. And there's a significant amount of technology coming in here. We're seeing things like compression, which can reduce your disk size down to 30%. A very sophisticated technology called deduplication, which literally on the fly, as you're writing your data to the disks and you're backing up all your computers, it only backs up the new stuff. So if you're backing up 5 Windows computers to your storage appliance, it only keeps 1 copy and lets everybody else not have to duplicate that. And so we see this thin provisioning, we see all these cool technologies that are very compute-oriented, software-oriented algorithms to not only preserve the data, but also to do it cost-effectively, because these disks are exploding. We're seeing terabytes data going to petabytes, going to exabytes, and even zettabytes, which is a 1 with 21 zeros after it. It's amazing.
We are talking a lot of zeros, and we're talking about the great content shift. For David Tuhy of Intel Storage Group, I am Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. See you guys next time.